guys, welcome back to the Aspiring Home Cook. My name is Trisha, and in today's video I'm going to share with you a really easy recipe for a vegetable pulao. This recipe is one of those recipes that packs so much of flavor, and with the help of a very simple raita that I'm going to show you how to make as well, it really is the complete meal for me. So if you have a hankering for some Indian food, ditch the takeout, try this recipe instead. I'm sure you'll love this recipe. So let's get straight on to today's recipe. Now this is a mixed vegetable pulao, so we're going to start off by prepping our vegetables. In all, you're going to need about a cup worth of chopped vegetables. I'm using some green beans, carrot and green peas today. We're going to continue with our prep and chop up some onions. I'm going to use half an onion that I'm going to dice and set aside. You're also going to need some green capsicum, about a quarter cup or thereabout. I've got a fairly large capsicum here, so I'm just going to do about a third of it. Try and keep all the cut sizes of your vegetables more or less the same so that it cooks through evenly and looks even in the cooked pulao. You're also going to need half a cup of rice that you will soak and boil till it's just done. And now we're ready to cook up our mixed vegetable pulao. I'm going to start off by heating about a spoonful of oil in a large pan. Into this, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. And once they start sizzling and infusing the oil with all their flavor and aroma, you can add in the chopped onion. You're going to saute the onion till it has softened and turned slightly translucent. Once it reaches that stage, I'm going to add in a teaspoon of garlic paste and half a teaspoon of ginger paste. And you're going to stir this through and fry it off till it gets nice and aromatic. That should take about a minute or so, after which you can add the capsicum. Now I'm going to saute this for a couple of minutes, and after that I'll go in and add my vegetables. Now these veggies need to be sauteed on a medium heat for about 5 minutes, and remember to stir this every once in a while to keep them from burning. Now it's completely normal for some of that ginger and garlic to kind of want to get ahead of the cooking process. If that happens, I simply add in about a tablespoon or so of water. This just simply deglazes the pan and prevents things from burning. Now after the 5 minutes mark, the veggies should have partially cooked. They won't be fully done yet, and that's fine because we're going to continue with the cooking process. At this stage, we're going to add the spices. I'm adding in a quarter of a teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of red chili powder. This is a mild red chili powder, 1.5 teaspoon of coriander powder, a teaspoon of garam masala powder, 1 teaspoon of amchur powder. This is dried mango powder, and it adds a beautiful flavor to the dish. And this bit here is my secret ingredient. That's 1 teaspoon of kasuri methi, or dried fenugreek leaves. Well, it's no longer a secret now, but this is what gives those Indian takeaway dishes that typical flavor that seems hard to replicate at home. Now we're going to give this all a really good mix to make sure those spices distribute evenly and well throughout those vegetables. And at this stage, I like to add another couple of tablespoons or so of water just to help deglaze the pan and prevent the spices from burning. Remember to not add too much water at this stage, otherwise those vegetables will just boil and you won't get those vibrant flavors in your pulao. At this stage, check and see if your vegetables have cooked sufficiently. If not, add another tablespoon or so of water at a time and cook them off till they're done to your liking. Once the vegetables have cooked off, we're now going to add some yogurt. I'm using some Coco Tribe coconut yogurt. I love this brand because the flavor is not extremely coconutty and it is beautiful and creamy at the same time. I'm going to add in about half a cup of this yogurt. I'm just eyeballing it here. Now, plant-based yogurt doesn't have the same tang that dairy yogurt does. So to mimic that tartness, I'm going to add a little bit of lime juice. You can use lemon juice as well if that's all you have. And about a teaspoon of some apple cider vinegar. Now you're going to stir all of this together really well. Make sure that the vegetables are coated with this yogurt. This is what will create a sort of sauce for you. Go ahead and season your vegetable mix with salt to taste and stir that through well. Now all that's left to do is to add your cooked rice. This is a half a cup of basmati rice that I had soaked for about half an hour and boiled with a little salt and water till it's just cooked. Don't overcook the rice because otherwise your pulao will turn mushy. You're simply going to add the rice to the pan and very gently, almost using a cut and fold sort of technique like you would for a cake, you're going to stir that rice through that sauce till everything's well incorporated. I strongly recommend using either a wooden spoon or a silicone spoon like you see me do here. Using a metal spoon tends to break those grains of rice down. I'm just going to let this cook off for just a tiny bit more to heat that rice through again and to ensure that there's no excess liquid in the pan. Once all the liquid has been absorbed by the rice, simply pop a lid on and take the pan off the heat. Leave it aside to rest for about 5 minutes. While that rice is resting, I'm going to work on a really quick and basic raita. I'm going to use the same coconut yogurt. You can use as much or as little as you'd like. We're going to season it with a little bit of salt to taste. And because we're using a plant-based yogurt, we're going to try and mimic that tartness of a dairy yogurt by adding a light spritz of lime juice. Again, you can use lemon juice here as well. And about half a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar or to taste. Give everything a good mix. You can use a whisk at this point if you'd like, but even if you keep going with a spoon till it's really well mixed, you'll achieve similar results. And once that yogurt has been whipped well, we're going to sprinkle a few spices over the top. This not only works as a garnish, but also adds flavor to the raita. So I'm starting off with some cumin powder. This is roasted cumin powder. I make this at home. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll leave a link for you to check it out. And I'm going to go over that with a light sprinkling of really mild red chili powder. This is Kashmiri chili powder, which is known for its vibrant red color and is very mild in flavor. Just a little bit, you don't want to go overboard with this. And lastly, I'm going to sprinkle some fresh chopped coriander over the top, again as a garnish as well as flavor. Now all those colors are so beautiful and vibrant, and that raita looks absolutely stunning. Serve this alongside that beautiful mixed vegetable pulao, and right at the very end, sprinkle a little bit of some more chopped coriander over the top of your pulao. So guys, that was my easy vegetable pulao recipe. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with family and friends that you think might enjoy it too. If you're new here and haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel. It helps my channel out greatly. Also, don't forget to click that little bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you really soon with another delicious recipe. So till then, take care. Bye now.